Yo, what's going on guys? It's G Miners here. In my recent video, I went through and tested all of the resistance sources that players typically use in endgame PvE to help with their survivability. That video is packed with a ton of information, values, and testing, so I highly recommend you check that out after, but in this video, I wanted to go over a major issue with Well of Tenacity. Ever since the nerf to Protective Light, most players have been running Well of Tenacity expecting a 50% damage resistance. Protective Light used to offer 50%, so Well of Tenacity was essentially its replacement. But with Well of Tenacity, you aren't actually getting 50% resistance. Each stack of the resist buff that you gain when using something like Well of Tenacity is supposed to provide players with 12.5% damage resistance. So if something gave you 50% resistance in-game, you would need resist times 4. This is exactly where Well of Tenacity should be. The issue is, each time you grab a Void Elemental Well while using this mod, Well of Tenacity only provides times 3 resist. It turns out that the damage resistance that we are getting is only at 40.5%, and what makes no sense is that at times 3 resist, this value should technically be at 37.5%. So this mod is completely messed up in the current sandbox. It isn't at the 50% Bungie claimed it should be, nor is it at the proper value to line up with the amount of resistance stacks that it provides. This isn't the only reason I think that Well of Tenacity is bad, but it is definitely a large factor. Missing 10% isn't the end of the world, but on top of this, Well of Tenacity is supposed to be a mod that is used in endgame content. Yet you need to throw your life on the line just to run out and grab an Elemental Well to proc the damage resistance, and then once it's procced, you only get it for 7 seconds, which is awful. And I personally don't want my entire build to be a bunch of elemental time dilations to try and make this thing worth running. Whisper of Chains, Renewal Grasps, and Warmind's Protection are 3 resist sources that are much easier to use, some of which are even stronger than Well of Tenacity. If you want to see more resist sources, other mods, and exotics that are also broken, along with some options that are way stronger than most players know, my full video will be linked in the description below. As always, have a good one guys. Peace.